So welcome to the first part of this series. In this part, we're going to define our project. So let me launch my Escalate drop and let's go through how we define the project. So one of the first things you need to look at, or you need to really pay attention to when you are starting a new website, is to define the scope. You need to define what exactly you want. Even if it's not exact, you need to kind of have an idea of what you want to have, you want to build, and probably thinking already on how you are going to build it. So as time goes, you will start to realize that your instinct will coordinate your ideas of what you want to build and then how you want to build it. And then also you will realize that how you think about building it will affect how you the ideas you emit in the project. So what I usually do is if I am the project owner, so I will sit down and think of what exactly do I expect to see on the website. So these are the first things I need to do. So in our case, we are talking about a portfolio, which is a personal website. So we need to ask ourselves, is it for a developer, a designer, a business person, and so on. So based on that, what kind of information is needed for such kind of profiles. So in our case, we are going to use a software developer as a person. So I've already created a person's profile, a personal for our person. So that's called a personal. So we have a kind of dummy profile we're going to use to do that work. But first of all, let's just throw some of these ideas, some of these parts, things we would like to see on the website. So the first thing that comes in mind as I'm speaking right now is first of all, we need to have the person's picture. So we need a picture. So that's one of the first things we need. So let me do it dash. We need a picture. So it might be a profile picture or an icon the person uses to represent themselves and so on. So that is very important. We might need it. So the next thing we will think about is a name. So that is obvious. The name has to appear somewhere. So since it's a personal profile, in fact, the name is very important. So the first thing that has to come in. The next thing we could think about is the biography. So let's see, biography. So it's just a little text on the person. So it's more description of the person. Since it is not an item, so we wouldn't say a description. We wouldn't say description, so we are going to say a biography. So another thing we could think about is I see the person's social media handles, social media handles. So the person would like to display that. And what else? So let's say, yes, obviously, the person would like to have something about themselves. Although that looks like the biography, but I think we'll find a way of making it distant. So the next thing could be the work portfolio. So let's say the work or works. It depends on how you choose it. So the person would like to display their work for people to see. And then another thing the person who think would like or might want to have is let's say number of jobs. So number of jobs achieved, so built or worked on. So let me write it in clear, number of jobs. So it's a metric. And then talking of metrics, so also the person would like to display the number of clients, so that is okay. And then we will need a contact page as well. So let's say a contact, we need to have contact. So we have summarized some of these things we might think of when it comes to a personal website for a software developer. So maybe these headings, these points might apply to most people, but depends on how we fill the content, and that will actually differentiate if either the person is a software developer or not. So this whole stage is actually the content summary. So you see most of the things you think about when it comes to the website. So that you will usually do that with your customers or your customers. So if somebody comes and asks you to build a website for them, so probably this is the first work you will have to do with a person. So once you do that with a person, the next thing is to go and now work around this text, see how this content is going to be and how you are going to structure it. So that's the next stage of this tutorial. So see you in the next part on how to architecture the content. So see you then. Thank you for watching.